Alright. Video 3. If you guys haven't seen my previous 2 videos, I would highly recommend checking those out. But if you have, you would know and have seen that I'm kind of tying it to the bigger picture on the positive changes that we can really start creating when we start practicing first understanding and second love on a personal level. Because then you start radiating this kind of behavior, this understanding and this loving action. You start being an example to your family. You start being an example to your community, what it looks like to really appreciate and to want to take care of everybody instead of getting mad and slapping and fighting and cussing and all of these other negative things. Because all of those negative things don't create any positive change. Understanding and loving people is the key to real solutions. And I say this, we could also apply this as a systemic movement because, right now I'm seeing through the media a lot of young activists for certain injustices. But, let's take the police brutality, for example, that topic. Now, if we're seeing an issue on police brutality, we can't just yell at the one individual police officer for doing something bad. If it's a recurring event, we have to address it at a deeper level. And we recognize this now, so we're starting to realize that it goes deeper on just this one person. We have to realize, well, how's the training for this program? Or even before that, how's the recruitment process? What kind of individuals are they specifically recruiting? What environment? What do those recruitees, or I don't know what they're called, I'm sorry, those people that are recruited, what does their general upraising look like? And if we don't know what that looks like, then we should emphasize that in our recruiting process. We don't want to try to recruit somebody who has gone through traumatic experiences that make them more prone to violence. We should not be handing these people guns, right? So, okay, now this person reaches professional and they end up killing somebody. You can't just get mad at this person and lock them up, although we should still, yes, sure, they deserve justice. But it can't stop there. We have to dive deeper. If we really want to put it into it, you gotta dive deep, deep, deep. And I say this, so with my previous videos, understand the police officer, it's not his or her fault for being the way they are today. They probably went through some messed up upraising experiences that has shaped this person to be this way. You have to understand that first. Because if you just get mad, lock them up, shoot them, whatever, doesn't solve anything. I mean, unless you shoot them, then they're dead. But systemically, it doesn't solve anything. And then, once you understand that it's not their fault for being this way, you still have to say, I still love you. Although I think what you did was a tragedy, it was a crime, you should have never done it. Since I love you and I want to take care of you, I want what's best for you, I want to see where did the trauma happen? Where in your upraising to this point did you start steering a left? When did you start becoming more violent? Why did you start becoming more violent? Oh, you were abused and raped and you never seeked attention. Well, how about we provide support now? And then you start really switching this person's mentality, which ultimately that's how you create change. You create change by modifying and tweaking the way that they perceive the world, the way they think about the world. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do with my videos. I'm trying to show you guys how I have manipulated my mindset in order for me to really practice this love and try to radiate it as much as I can. And I want to show you guys it's possible to do it for you. And I'm trying to show you guys it's important that we actually start practicing this. Why? Because ultimately I think that this is a key to really create beautiful change. Because if you've seen my last video, I kind of ended with saying that if you love everybody, then you want what's best for everybody. And I heavily practice this because since I love everybody and I want what's best for everybody, that makes me more easily able to practice a plant-based diet. It makes me more happy to practice a sustainable lifestyle. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. Because I know that my lifestyle, my wasteful producing lifestyle, affects the climate. Now, although I live in a very nice climate, I know that there's many people all around the world that are suffering due to our climate disasters. You know, houses are flooding, houses are burning down, people are starving due to poor farming conditions. And since I love them and I want what's best for them, and I genuinely mean that, it makes it easy for me to sacrifice my luxurious extras. You know, do I really need to buy 10 different products for a face moisturizer? No, I can simplify it. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to start practicing on a personal level how to do my part, how I can try my best to make this whole planet a better place to live in for everybody, even those on the other side of the world that I've never met, I've never seen, but simply because I know that the way I live my life contributes to the global fact that these people are dying due to the climate disaster. If I really love everybody, I want what's best for everybody. And I love them so much that I'm willing to put their needs before mine. I mean, not my needs, I still need to eat. But I'm able to tweak my life and really simplify it to the most basic way so that it can decrease the effect it has towards other people's life. And I'm connecting this on the climate issue, so that's kind of the driving force that I'm putting in. I'm focusing on the climate, on the environment. I'm trying my best to do my part in the environment. But I'm also urging you guys to check yourself, check your community, check your surroundings. What are you passionate for? What is something that you would want to see in your own community? Or what's something on a systemic level you think should be improved on? And I would like to say, figure out how you could make that better personally and on the smallest little scale. Like me, how can I control and do my part on this global issue? Something as little as switching to a plant-based diet, or making sure my next purchase is an electric vehicle, or trying to minimize and simplify the amount of things that I purchase. You know, something so little like that, to do your part to try to improve whatever it is that you want to improve. And you know, I really want to urge you guys to think about this in your own community. You know, if you want to see better toys and resources provided to low-income elementary schools, let's just say, for example, like you're an elementary school teacher, you wish there was more resources, you wish there was more toys, what could you do? Okay, maybe go around your neighborhood and see if they have any old toys that they no longer use so that you can donate it to the school. Okay, cool. That's just one little example. And I really want to emphasize why we should do this. Be the little improvement you wish to see in your community, because I feel like a lot of people are waiting for the government and waiting for laws to be created so that they can start creating this perfect area that we live in. But the sad truth is, the government doesn't want to change anything. The government is living very comfortably up there, no problems. They have the good life. What is set in stone right now works for them. They have no problems. Why would they want to change anything? Well, the problem is, what works for them doesn't work for majority of us people. So we can't wait for them to create change for us. We have to be the example, the role model first in your community to what you would want to start seeing be changed, what you want to start seeing be improved. And I want to also tell you guys, if you start doing this, odds are you're going to get support. You're going to get support from your local community, from people. Why? Because people genuinely like to see other people do good. People love seeing other people happy. People love seeing people support one another. We love seeing people feed the hungry community, give shelter and clothes to those that don't have any, that are homeless, don't have clothes, whatever. We love to support one another. So we can't wait for the government to initiate this process. We have to initiate it on a personal level. The good thing is that with love as a motive for taking care of another, it catches on very quickly. You will get the support from other people. If you are doing something good for yourself and for your community, you're going to get backed up. Don't wait for the government, because they don't want to change anything. That's why we have this constant battle between the people and the government. They're comfortable. We can't wait around waiting for them to do their part. We must do our part first. You have to start it yourself. Then you will start to show other people what that change looks like. Because a lot of people also don't know what to do. How could they improve? How could they do their part to improve the education system, the healthcare system? You know, like GoFundMe's is another example of how people are addressing the messed up healthcare system. A lot of people can't afford these surgeries or these causes. So what did the people do? The people create a GoFundMe. So they get tons of people donating money. That's a solution. That's a person not waiting for the government. That's a person initiating the process. The good thing is you're going to get backed up by majority of the people. So I encourage you guys to think, what improvement would you like to see in your area? And what's the smallest little thing that you can do? Maybe start a group chat. Maybe start a little group chat within your community. You know, you want to provide better access to healthy food and nutrition. You notice that there's tons of fruit trees in people's backyards and in your neighborhood. Create a group chat and say, hey, I want to start a group chat within our community to share our excess amount of fruits and veggies that we grow. So whenever we have an abundance, maybe shoot in the group chat and say, I have leftover this if anybody wants some. Boom, now you're saving money, you're connecting your community together, you're providing healthier food and nutrition to your community, and people are going to support it. It makes sense. Like, these are just little things that you should start initiating. You know, I know I'm just throwing random examples, but think about it in your own way, in your own work environment. Maybe we should start providing better outside resources for emotional and mental support. Okay, well, what does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? Start it, introduce it, show it to other people, and if it's improving you in the community, it'll most definitely catch on. Another example is how recently there was these people hurting our Asian community. You know, they abused an older Asian lady, you know, racism. And instead, I mean, what laws, you know, you can't wait around for laws to take into effect to finish that, to heal that. So what's another personal solution? Well, I was watching a video that they were providing free self-defense classes to the Asian community. You know, that's just one example. That's one person that thought about it on a personal level and said, what can I do? I want to teach people how to stand up for themselves. And next thing you know, you have a whole number of people attending this class, learning self-defense. That's just one beautiful solution that comes. And that comes first from understanding, and that comes from loving and wanting to take care of one another, wanting the best for your community. Beautiful solutions start happening. Real change starts happening when we are all connected and want the best for one another. So I really encourage you guys to try to start practicing this lifestyle of wanting to take care of your neighbors, wanting to take care of your family, your loved ones, and everybody else, even those that you don't know. Just because they are another existing human person, they deserve to be taken care of.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand
outside the American embassy. What's your message to your American brothers and sisters? That we're with you and we love you, and we want your message is heard over here, and we'll keep fighting the same fight that you are. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. And all